Spring semester 2018, I took a digital branding and strategy class where I received the brief from Eclipse Curtains. The client wanted to build an app for their consumers to make their curtain hanging process easier. This slideshow will showcase the research and strategic portion of that project. Eclipse Curtains tasked us with developing a mobile application to aid consumers in measuring windows, hanging curtains, and styling curtains. Through extensive research, we identified two major audiences who would be most likely to download the app: the adulting millennial and the DIYer. With the assistance of Curtain Companion, these two audiences can easily install curtains and gain the sense of independence and accomplishment they desire. The ask was to create an app which aids consumers in measuring their windows, hanging, and styling their curtains. To begin the research, my team and I looked into how many curtains consumers were buying each month. Eclipse Curtains reported that they sell 750,000 curtains each month through their brick-and-mortar sales. However, the consumers we found through social media listening on Twitter seemed to know nothing about their curtain hanging process. Emily Roseman said, "I couldn't figure out how to hang a tension rod for my curtains, so I pulled a MacGyver and glued it to the wall. #adulting. Further initial research indicated to the team and I that our targets feel accomplished for completing adult or DIY projects and enjoy repurposing their space with cheap fixes. For example, one Amazon reviewer mentioned that he purchased Eclipse curtains to soundproof his room to create a music studio. In fact, Eclipse curtains are popular among consumers because they have various affordable styles that block out sunlight and lower noise from the outdoors, making for a better night's sleep. These aspects are attractive to the following target audiences, and therefore our app will be an extension of the functionality they already love with the product. Our first target audience is a DIYer who is between the ages of 22 and 44 and wants to spruce up their living space with one-of-a-kind crafts that they make themselves. They need their projects to be functional yet aesthetically pleasing, but they struggle with the lack of DIY experience, time, and money that DIY projects can cost. And this brings me to the DIYer persona, Diana. Diana is a 31-year-old stay-at-home mom living in Scranton, Pennsylvania. As a mother of two, she wants to redecorate her home to fit the needs of her growing family. But she has trouble getting her child to nap during the day because he cannot sleep when the sun seeps through his windows. Diana and her husband have an $82,000 household income, which makes it much easier for them to redecorate their home, not only for functionality reasons, but also for aesthetic purposes, as she wants her home to feel unique and special. Diana loves to watch HGTV shows and read decor magazines. She loves seeking out DIY projects, not simply to cut down on cost, but also because she loves DIY projects. They give her a feeling of accomplishment. To figure out what features the app needs and where to target DIYers with ads, we formulated their consumer journey process. In the awareness phase, consumers are looking to redecorate their homes to fit the needs of their families. They need their DIY project to be inexpensive but not look cheap, and they want to craft their own items to make their spaces feel personalized and homey. When they conduct research, they are looking for home decor trends, and they're also aiming to find inexpensive yet stylish curtains. In the consideration stage, the consumer goes to the store to test out the product in person. They inspect the color, design, and functionality of the product to ensure they know exactly what they're getting. Once the consumer has bought the curtains, they have entered the post-purchase stage, in which they hang the curtains in their space, decide if the purchase actually delivers on functionality, and only recommends products to a friend or family member if the functionality of the curtains meets or exceeds their expectations. The second target audience is the adulting millennial. The adulting millennial are people between the ages of 21 and 29 who are experiencing major life events such as moving into a new home. Since they are not making much money, they want to decorate their home on a budget, thus making functionality critical. These individuals are navigating adulthood for the first time, meaning that they're still seeking out guidance online or from their parents. They enjoy sharing their life on social media, visit home furnishing stores frequently to scope out inexpensive furniture, and they like to try new things. The persona created for the adulting millennials target is Lauren. Lauren is a 25-year-old graphic designer, and after graduating from college a few years ago, she moved to Boulder, Colorado. She and her fiancé have recently purchased their first home, and their annual household income is about $65,000. With their many other expenses, they don't have a lot of money to spend on home decor, but Lauren still wants to do some decorating. She strives for a functional and simplistic style for the home. Though she tends to rely on her parents for many adulting activities, when it comes to her decorating her home, Lauren seeks guidance from online sources such as Pinterest, YouTube, and Instagram. Customer reviews and her friends' recommendations via social media are very important to her as well. Though she relies heavily on the internet for research and purchasing, she also visits home furnishing stores such as HomeGoods. Lauren's consumer journey process starts out with her need to find functional curtains for her new home. She conducts online research of products and looks at reviews to inform her decision. She then goes into stores to get a better look and feel of the product. Since she is not acquainted with the curtain hanging process, she is thrown off by the various dimensions available and is not quite sure how many panels to buy. Once she does purchase the curtain panels, she goes home and then attempts to hang her curtains. She then realizes that not only did she get the wrong size curtains, but now she has no idea how to hang them. She wants to figure out how to hang the curtains on her own, so she goes online to find a tutorial. When the tutorial tripped her up, she finally calls her dad to talk her through the process. The main insight that was drawn up from the secondary research is that Diana and Lauren like to be independent. They feel accomplished when they complete a task on their own, so they often dislike asking others for help. My team and I wanted to create a competitive app in the marketplace, so it was imperative that we did research on similar apps and what features they offer. The three main competitors of Curtain Companion are the AR Measure Kit, the Wayfair app, and the Amazon app. AR Measure Kit provides consumers with an easy alternative to measuring objects by hand. All they need is to hold up their phone to an object and point the camera from one corner to the next to get an accurate read on the measurement. The Wayfair app does not allow consumers to measure their spaces, but it does give them the ability to test out products they are thinking about purchasing for their homes. This gives them a chance to see if they would actually like the look of an item before they make the purchase. Finally, the Amazon app lets consumers view products, see product descriptions, and read reviews. With all these apps in mind, my team and I decided that we wanted to provide our consumer with useful features that would help them in every stage of their curtain process. To start, consumers would take a style quiz to find available Eclipse curtains that fit their intended room style. Next, they would have access to their own AR Measure Kit to help them measure their windows. The last feature is the curtain hanging tutorial, which shows consumers all the steps to successfully hang their curtains on their own. Therefore, the strategy to grasp these target audiences is the only curtain companion you need, meaning that this Eclipse app, which will be renamed to Curtain Companion, will be the only source our consumer needs in order to measure and hang their curtains on their own. And finally, the brief states that the audience currently knows nothing about the Curtain Companion app, but we want them to think that Curtain Companion is the app that will aid them in their curtain journey, while also letting them do it on their own. The tone of these ads would be informational, where the proposition would be that Curtain Companion is your friend in the curtain process, with the support being that the app shows available curtain styles, provides a measuring tool, and a hanging guide. In conclusion, Curtain Companion would be for audiences who are recently starting their adult lives and for those who love doing DIY projects. The features our app has are beneficial for our consumers in different points in their consumer journey process, and the messaging will ensure them that Curtain Companion will provide them with the helpful tools they need to successfully hang curtains on their own.